I will be a much better president than even the first time when I was president. One, because of the experience that I've been president before, and two, because I have had the opportunity to reflect on my period of time as president. And it gives me a focus on the things that we need to do to turn around the fortunes of our country as quickly as possible.
Right, Ebusiafo, I believe say Munina Mohoye. Sembeka ya na ano ya na eye Bawumia Bawulaya odebetu dwa se Ghana ha no wohwe enwuma ensori no eye churches no eye anko se abanpo na eye yesatam sika anase bibia ye frɛ no incentives edema ensori no ba se abanpa taxi ensori ne de sebi o bibia ono Bawumia de he doesn't really believe in that. Ebia na murefi yeni kayenka ye ho.
Then the question is church and taxes. Are we going to tax churches? My view on this is simple. In fact, that's why I say that if you share a Juma church, in fact, we should rather be paying them rather than they paying us. Unless you don't understand the work the church has done. If you're looking at the buildings, the way they try to keep the society together, the universities, the hospitals, the schools, it's massive. It's just massive. Many churches have hundreds of schools. Massive. So I don't see, and I will not have a situation where we are taxing the churches. We rather want to give churches incentives to support what government is doing. I want us to be partners. In the way that the development partners are with us, you are our domestic development partners, and we will give you incentives to do more.
All right, Samokai. We need some more about me, Eddie Tuja. Now, after the social media backlash, after say, be better on social media, any other sensible bloggers, Ghana for Omia intelligent, Ghana for Epe Ghana Mini, Ghana for I drink which Ghana for any munyansa. Babontin, sorry, Bawumia chino. As I say, the Bawumia Saba, Bawumia is sharp, Bawumia is smart, Asaba, Asabi changing no. Inti, the latest and same one what they are to the concerning, sa statement we are making, na Syria, Senya, Munina, Munimno, Bachelor. Listen.
We will not survive in this sort of situation because there will be chaos. You see, so at that point I was joking, and I said, "Oh, people are talking about taxing churches. I don't believe, and we will not tax churches because if you look at the work the churches have done, then I was joking. Then maybe we should have actually paid them for what they did." Not really trying to tax them. But I wasn't really saying we should pay churches. No, I'm saying that we should give incentives to churches to do more. When we talk about our external development partners, we are giving them all sorts of import exemptions. But when we talk about our internal development partners like the churches or faith-based institutions, we don't give them any exemptions. But they do more in terms of development than many of our external development partners. So I'm saying that we should do more in the area of incentives, such as tax exemptions on import duties when you are coming in to build hospitals or schools and so on, to support the churches and the other faith-based organizations, because they are supporting government. And that is why I made that point. And I want that relationship, I call it a golden age, between the church and the state, because the church has...
All right. Say Bawumia say obuana o kan diagro. Ay man. Bawumia say na o kan e diagro. He didn't mean it. Or say na e agro bi na odi sabi o mo fa nche no. You see Bawumia no ho. Ade a all party to me. Believe you me, Bawumia is that kind of person. Oba bontin be kan sin bia na wasa kwatena chire. ready say saa asem na me ba be kan ye no so social media eko edwom ni ade a de na Ghana for dwen fa ho like they asempa na Ghana for e kan fa ho se ne Ghana for dwen ene ne Ghana for e kan fa ho no eye bibia eye positive or say yeah we ni yeah chale maka na to Ghana for dream oh yeah se Ghana for eba bonten react negatively na wasa smart oh sa Ghana for ani anye ho oh sa Ghana for ampe na wasa de America asa be kan asem foforo. And trust me, you don't need such a leader. Ye hear mampania onimunia oka. Ye hear mampania onimunia oye. Ye hear mampania oka asem na empo Ghana for ne no enya adwea. Provided say osa conviction no say eno ne ade a ebeboa Ghana nko a de obe standing on his grounds. Eno ntina emra John Dramani Mahama ebe kan 24 hour economy ho asem. Ghana for bi no boy na chi say Mahama 24 hour economy no enya adwuma na say bi onyansa bi anim na ha Mahama ansa ma me che say bi ona bi a agro bi na wodi da bi. Mahama stood on his grounds. Mampani bi sa na muhia. Mampani bi sa na obeboa Ghana for. Mampani bi sa na Ghana for ina hia say mampani a wonim nia oye. Mampani a onye moved by the crowd. Because yem fa ne say yen Ghana for no. Say nka yenim amemu eti amemu ase a ye nyina betimi abu oman na. Ka yem to aba eyi mpanifo. Enti say ye to aba yi use pani a ye bu se unim nyansa chen ye nyina to a certain level. Yenimu se anase ye gitum ye fa ne se otini a wo ye ase chen ye nyina. Enti men ka say bia Ghana force say na ye pe Ghana force ne amekan no ye mpenti me so mi jai da bi so free say sa asem na wo kan ye sa policy na wo de ba ye eno na ebeboa Ghana for say Ghana for tiase say Ghana for ntiase say Ghana for pe say Ghana for mpe. You have to be able to stand on your grounds. Ye hear leader or ye grounded. Ye hear leader or ye moved by social media comments and by comments that people pass within the mainstream media and within other Ghanaian media spaces and the market centers and what have you. What you say? Ye hear mampenia or ye grounded enough. Unim nia oye. Ye hear parenta unim nia e yemanima. Nye se bi esanse ne ba esu. Se ade we na mepe. Unim se sa ade no emwa ne ba nanso esanse ne ba ne esu nti na watam de ahye ne nsem da bi. We don't need such a parent and we don't need such a leader. Emwa Ghana, emwa ye nyina, omwa man no. Enti Bawumia ye obi a esanse tumi keke na openti. Waye se oka bibi se ne American ro ho. So oka bibi a no asa tena chire already. So wonse sa ade na oka Ghana fo ani gihwana ne age. Yeah ayamia me na me kan wonse Ghana fo ani age ha. Se oba bonte ka asem bi na osa kwotena chire ready na se Ghana fo asem no anto Ghana for some ye na se Ghana for bi no ba bontin be ba chi na o said Dimrika asa be changing na no. Believe you me, we don't need such a person as our leader, especially within this time frame Ghana mine de ka be over $84 billion. Mampani a oba dum so e twen no e ka eda nanimu a e twen no amna donko so that nanimu a e twen no. We need an experienced hand. Ihia mampani a waye bida oba onim nia oye. Ihia mampani a wadi kan enya 4 years ebo ne homode oye mistakes bi wasa kwetena chire ehu ne mfomso a oye na wa correct eye saa mfomso no na ose oba no. He's coming with a genuine mind, renewed spirit, renewed intelligence, everything renewed. Owo the track record oba nyese bia oba be try and error. Oba no onim nia oba be policy bia ode ba bia no watena se adwen ho akwachire. Onim se policy na ode ba no ebeboa Ghana na se emboa Ghana oba nyina onim. We need such mampani. Ye hear mampani a he doesn't really care so much about the opinions of the people. Don't get me wrong. Menka se ema mampani ntie Ghana for asem. Menka se ema mampani ntie Ghana for menso nia me pa che ni se so ye mampani na sabre bia you are only moved by the opinions and comments of your people. You can't deliver. Because sabi Ghana for doso and a Ghanans obia wana dwen kire. What you say? So you nipa be 10 even ye krampo a yeti social media ye ka say. Ye mfan say ebia say asembisi na say Kevin Taylor e pass commentary on that. Nko to pass commentary na say me so me pass commentary. Ye nyina ya na your commentaries different. We might have something in common, but then again no. So what na say share your videos obia different angle neighbor. Iti Ghana for ye over 30 something million. Ya dosu ye pa. Iti sa oka se oba na ni Ghana for be kan different opinions no. Ena eno be determine a kwanya o de Ghana efa so a. Then you are not being smart enough. You have to be able to bring all those opinions together, digest them. But at the end of the day, no, it was a what dream and a year Ghana, because that's why you are the president and you have been given the mandate. And yes, Ghana for can say they are kind of Ghana for mpe. It meaning pass a beboa Ghana, but it's say Ghana for anti-asia because if you are making any Ghana for ampeno because a Ghana for anti-asia. But it's say we only munyan senti. Ono befani say once a Ghana for ampe. Ghana for any anya ho a omo aba social media e ba hye me nko a de let me go and say na me di agrom ye sorry on say we onimu nyansa. That is why I keep telling you say at this moment no man pani a mo betimi a trust no e de Ghana a hye ne nsa e Mahama because we share the way Mahama kura say presidential ye Mahama si carry ne ho any the way Mahama esi kasa enye bi ni ba o me ade Mahama kasa onim nya woka Mahama kasa oye well grounded. Mahama Kasa, he knows exactly what he's saying. Now we about me by Beka say we share enyuma and sorry ne yanko say your cramp na you say tria mukana incentives. And he say you tria churches neka. Difference be ni o. Oma ubi tax incentives. Anyone why it's like paying that person because some tax incentive now or the amano no. Sika bi anko say or the ma o say onfa. Na say tax bi anko say utria ma o say there be main tria ma me na ebu fa. Inti we say onfa dia kwa say wo ena wata musika edi amasa nipa no. Inti bi salary or ye ta musika de ama sorry and say tax incentive or whatever. Difference be any ni na ni sika ye de man the churches and say and sorry no. What you say pa inti ni Bawumia kan Bawumia kra onim ni awoka. Bawumia does not even know the difference between salary and incentives and wages. On tiasie whether wages so salary so and say incentives so ni na a different grammar to describe different modes and different ways of payment. But at the end of the day, ni na no amount to the same payment. Because so send the American so ma will be tax incentive. I say every year be asenka eto ametri amount. Be 50,000 Ghana cedis. I will chem say 50 no ompe na memfa. Say ompe. And I say oh nye now say memfa there. I say what time 50 no. Every Ghana food to mu e di amami. It's the same thing. Enti utie Bawumia nsem a every bi Bawumia onye presidential material. Say obi kan sa oni Bawumia tem na ye kan say so tena say eyi tribalism free mu na utie Bawumia with a critical mind that obeti ase say Bawumia no onye presidential material. Nia o kan na on tiase. Bawumia doesn't even know what he's talking about. Oh no. Eye mampani bi na o pay deal. Yes, why mampani for the past 8 years, but and son or more. He wants to now be at the apex, or person will do the highest level. Into no Bawumia no, they are all party to me, senior, the same thing, and I share Kufuado. And now our campaign 2016 near there, Ocean Sama, Uti and Sama Okaya, Utmus and ne. So comparing some to near way near, na Bibiache say, Ekufuado na mu crampono. Near na all party to me. And na Ekufuado so na atraining Bawumia. The level of thinking adria eda Ekufuado trimo the way I see carry no hon any the way I see tie the same thing about me also tie what you say the same thing this guy nia wo ye chese about me is desperate inti wo kan asem bia no ready anko ya no say the America say na wo kan de inti how many things and about me aka or the diagro. And as about me at me abeka chrem say concerning say ye tua and sorry ni ade na waka de agro dia ene ede ensem and about me anso aka make na ode agro. So how can we trust our beloved nation in the hands of such a character? Such a character. How can we trust Ghana in the hands of such a character? No. Let's be serious. See, I say yepe Ghana and kan kopa na yepe Ghana here. We can't trust Ghana in the hands of such such a person, such a character. We can't. Because I'm American. And a way now what me I bold enough about was na all can the diagram. A dear sem and about me I can make na all can diagram Ghana for the making ya funny walk up. If you making now all can the diagram a young Ghana for the ya funny walk up. How do we know? You better. 80 million Ghana for Munti American about me idea or error. Bawumia cannot lead, believe you me. For the past almost 8 years, Bawumia has been at the helm of affairs. On wa control mu economy ni bibia. Inti ni Bawumia betimi aye no. And Ghana for in for the past 8 years. No, nothing new. Bibia ni wa different be Bawumia deba. And this year tena hardship say and attention after all these 8 years of hardship no. Bawumia ni epa. Na esabiu enye make enye obi na yedi na bro na emum eye nia na yedi ho enye ndisi enye mahama na yedi na bro eye nia na yedi ho abro nti se bi yema yadwe no nya adwuma na yensu nyansa na yenti ase Bawumia de say ye tam to me de kwahye Bawumia nsa menua it will be the greatest dishonor that we can ever do as a people to our nation Ghana. Aha ena medemo ebesi midin ene chairman Freemind America will say ya kontu na opeso to dia a company ebetimi aboa wane both step travel and tours sa company we no tried and tested a company Freemind Family Ghana ya verify ya hu say omo ye legit omo ye authentic omo di nokre ya nyi osika emfa nkosi baabi ya nyi osika nwane omo so bind sa connection mind for na eti Ghana no nti say wanya sika bi ana say woti abrochi na opese obua onua bi a ofie beka ho o baabi a wo na company betimi a kyerɛw say on betimi aboa wa ne both step travel and tour so mo number na ida ho ubetimi afa na wafrɛ wo mo na oni wo mo edi eye enkita ho midin ene chairman Freemind makram.